friends, this is Grace and welcome to my channel and welcome to another A to Z layout. We are layout number 12 and the prompt for today, the spinner fell on Y, and my prompt for that is yam colors. That means products that have purple and orange and brown colors of yams and potatoes and things of that nature. Anyways, I pulled out some really beautiful purples in my stash and I am going to start with them. I am going to apologize now that this video is going to be shorter than normal. That is because I didn't realize that my camera was not filming it all the way, and there's really no way for me to recreate it other than pulling all of the elements back off and then re-filming it. So I apologize for that. But basically the design is a very simple one. It's divided into two 6 by 12 vertical pieces. One on the right side will have all my photos, and then on the left side will have this script paper that has some just kind of typewritten words on there, and then I am going to put some butterflies on top of that. So basically that's the design that I'm going for, and I'm using two different shades of purple here. The darker one will be my background piece, that's why I gutted that, and then the lighter piece will hold my photos. I have 5 photos and they're all pictures of of butterflies. We went to Missouri. I feel like the last 3 layouts was all about our Missouri trip in 2023. Anyways, 2022. We went to Missouri, Columbus, Missouri, so that my daughter could go to a girls wrestling camp. And while we were there, because she would be spending all day at the wrestling camp, and so me, my son, my youngest son, and my husband kind of did some touristy things while we were there. One of the places that we went to is Rock Bridge State Park, and it's just in Columbus, and it was beautiful. It was a little too humid to my liking, but it was June and so it was okay. Anyways, one of the neat things about this state park is I feel like it was in the middle of the city. Like you'd go in some interstate and then you exit and then you go into the park, and it was just amazing. I think that's one of the things that I love about like state parks and state like monuments, things like that, that they're smaller in scope, not like the national parks, but they still have some really neat things in them. And so this particular hike that we did, we were just exploring within the park, and we stopped by a cave, and while we were looking at the cave, we saw some butterflies just kind of roaming around, and we were able to capture some of them. Like some of them were going onto my husband's arm, and so I wanted to just capture that. I have a few other pictures of our hike within this park, but this specific one, I kind of set aside all of the butterfly photos so that I can make this layout. And my idea for this layout is I'm going to use the color of the prompt colors that I have and pull out some scrap pieces of paper that match that color scheme, and then punch out some butterflies with it, and be able to create kind of a movement of butterfly on the left side of my layout. So that's where this layout is going to kind of turn into. I am going to add a few more strips of paper just to kind of have a differentiation between the collage of photos with the pattern paper on the left side. And I really am happy with how it turned out. You won't be able to see the rest of the process, and I apologize for that, but I do have some close-ups at the end. But what I'm going to do is I pulled out, again, the color scheme are like yellows and oranges and purples and some browns. And so I have two different Martha Stewart butterfly punches, and so I'm going to use both of them, and I'm just going to punch away, and there's no rhyme or reason. I'm just kind of punching them onto, creating the butterflies with these papers, and then just I am going to use I'm going to make a kind of swirly line onto this paper with a pencil, very, very light, just so that I could have kind of a path for where my butterflies will be. So as you can see over here, I've started to glue them, and I'm just gluing them with some liquid glue, and I'm just gluing the centers of it so that I can pull the wings, the edges of the wings a little bit so that it looks like it's fluttering. And I am just trying to kind of do them like small, and then the big one, the small, and then trying to make sure that the same pattern papers are not close together. And then I am also finishing it off with some handwritten journaling and the title. So thank you so much for watching. I hope that you like this. If you do, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe. And I will catch you guys in the next video. Bye now.